How's it going, everybody? James Fred with Daelyte Media Concepts coming at you with another video. Today, man, I wanted to hit on something that has starting to gain a lot of traction in the media here within recent years, and that's human trafficking and sex trafficking. Listen, guys, this stuff is real. There are a lot of missing people right now, and if you want to get real technical about it, I mean, a lot of the people that are missing are younger black women. So what I wanted to do, man, is I wanted to kind of give you ladies some tips, man, on how to stay safe, because this is real. One thing that I need you guys to understand is, first of all, this is not 1987. Things are different now. Get out of this mindset where, you're talking about, oh, well, we didn't have to do that back in the day, or, things were different back then. Yes, things were a lot different back then. So now we've got to step up our game to make sure we're staying safe. First thing is, I know a lot of you work in places that have parking garages and you park your cars in there. Listen, if you work in a shift where you're getting off work at night, do not go out to the parking deck alone. Get somebody else to walk with you. Walk in groups. If your building has security, get security to walk with you. Fellas, if you know that there's a lady that has to go out to the parking garage, man, walk her out there. Don't let these women do this kind of stuff by themselves. Once again, y'all got to excuse the loud vehicles going by. I stay on a busy street, so, it is what it is. But anyway, just make sure you're staying safe. The other thing is, I know a lot of you ladies like to go walking at night when you get off work, especially this time of year. It gets dark early, so don't do this by yourself. Get in groups, 2 or 3. Y'all go walking together. We got to do things differently. We got to change our mindset. All right. The other thing that you need to be wary of is even going to your cars if you're not even in a parking deck. Be wary of your surroundings at all times. Always know what's going on around you. If you get to your car and you notice that you've got a flat tire or something's not right about your car, don't just be out there by yourself trying to deal with it. Get somebody to get out there with you. And this is whether it's day or night, okay? Because this stuff is real. This stuff is happening, man. I just looked at a story the other day where they said that people were putting zip ties on women's windshield wipers, and then when the woman gets out to deal with the windshield wiper, the person comes in and abducts them or does whatever. So all this type of stuff we got to be safe with, man. I have daughters. I'm trying to make sure I tell my daughters how to stay safe. The other thing is that, and this is very unfortunate, but we've got to teach our kids what to do if they are ever abducted. And I know that might sound like fear-mongering, but the reality of it is that it's happening. We just had it happen here in Birmingham, Alabama. 5-year-old little girl, man, came up missing, and they found her dead. Listen, and as a 5-year-old, I know that it's hard for a child that age to even comprehend what's going on. This is why we have to start. And you might look at me crazy or think that I'm crazy for even talking about it, but it is what it is. I have a 11-year-old son, and I've already had discussions with him about what to do if somebody ever tries to grab him, and if they do grab him, what he needs to be doing. You might not want to have this conversation with your children, but 2019 finna be 2020. There's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, especially here in Alabama, because it seems like Alabama now has become kind of a thoroughway for human traffickers, and they just kind of stop off here and kind of, I don't even really know. They stop off here and I guess try to grab people. But we've got to be mindful of our surroundings. And listen, this doesn't just go for women, okay? I'm concentrating on women, but fellas, listen. I mean, it's the same thing, man. Whatever they want, whether it's body parts or, to put somebody in a servitude or whatever the situation may be, we all got to be safe, okay? We all got to make sure that we're doing things, not putting ourselves in jeopardy. I cannot stress enough for women, you guys are going to have to be safe, man. You guys cannot be out here, especially at night, by yourselves, walking, going to your cars or whatever. You know, you need to try to find groups. You know, you need to try to find other people that you can do things with. Something as simple as going to the grocery store. You need to find other women that you can go with and y'all go at the same time. And that way you're never, alone outside somewhere where you've got to walk to your car or walk someplace else. We've got to take on a whole different approach to how things are happening. The only thing that I can really say that's come out of the media attention from all of this is that people are becoming more aware of it. People are starting to take heed to some safety practices, but it's not enough because it's still happening a lot. So we got to be safe, man. I know it seems like that's a lot. And like I said before, it may sound like fear mongering, but there's nothing wrong with preparation and there's nothing wrong with being safe. To tell yourself and listen, oh man, this is a big one. Don't think just because you carry a gun in your purse or you carry mace or a taser or whatever in your purse that's going to make the difference. Because a lot of these women that are coming up missing, man, that are being abducted, they had that stuff. But they didn't know what was coming at them. It takes time to be able to reach into your purse and pull a gun out and cock it or do whatever that needs to be done or pull a mace out or pull the taser out. It takes time to do that stuff. If somebody wants to bum rush you real quick, you ain't going to have time to get that. So don't think that everything is all good and that you're safe just because you have a gun or a mace or some tasers, okay? Make sure that you are still practicing safe practices. Make sure you're still not putting yourself in any type of uncompromising positions, like being somewhere by yourself, going out to the parking decks. Listen, there's numerous cases of women being abducted or being assaulted in parking decks. Because parking decks, even though a lot of them are well lit, there's still a whole lot of shadowy areas and a lot of places to hide when you have all those cars in there. And the security cameras, guys, are only good after the crime happens. All right? So I need you guys to be safe, fellas. I need you out here taking care of our women. I need you to make sure that they're being safe. Your wives, your sisters, your daughters, your aunties, your nieces. Make sure they're being safe, man. Spread this word out. If you got to, show them this video so they can follow some of these tips that'll help with their everyday life. I don't want to yoke anybody up, and I don't want anybody to walk around here scared. But I definitely want people to be safe, okay? So listen, man, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Leave me a comment down in the comment section, man. Tell me about any experiences you may have had. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.